Alright, I'm back, and we're going to try this again. I've been trying to do this all day, but constant interruptions means I have to wait, and I'm a little aggravated. Seriously, it's been like every single time I turn on the camera, something happens, and it's like, are you kidding me? Alright, so, today we're going to take a look at the Mastermind Creations, Cynicus. So here's a look at the packaging. I've done this so many times. Anyway, so we got the product imaging, the grid background. Looks alright. Red background with product imaging. It's okay. All the different product shots. What he can do. It's funny how he doesn't actually have his alternate head on in any of these. They're all just his regular head. So that's weird. Like they're saying we're not proud of our alternate head, so we're not gonna show it off. He's holding it here, which is odd. More product shots. It's a typical box. I'm not one for packaging, but it's got the magnetic clasp. When you open this up, you got this window box here for the figure, and then you got this. Now this is awesome. I love this. This is what I want on the front of the box. This is what I would put on the front of the box anyway. You got this white border, red background with a black and white Cynicus or Voss, if you will, and it's just awesome. I love this artwork. It just looks incredible. I would put this on a poster, and I would put this on my wall in a heartbeat. I'd take down my Walking Dead poster. Everyone's seen that one. So I'd take that down and I'd put Voss on there. This is cool. I really dig this. It's just so unfortunate that it's not on the box itself. It's inside the packaging. I think that's a waste of really good artwork. And it's like, yeah, you got the product shot, but this is where they should put artwork for the figure, and then the product shots here. That's my opinion. Anyway, we're not here to look at a box. We're here to look at a figure. So here he is in his robot mode. Now, it's very hard for me to show this guy off on one shot, because he's a very tall and thin figure. So when I zoom out to show the whole figure, as you can see, he's, we got all this space here, and he's just barely on the screen. So you zoom in, and maybe we can scroll down a little bit. It's just, yeah, see, it's just, even there you got all this empty space. It's because he's so thin and tall. I'm not saying he's a bad figure by any means whatsoever. He is actually really awesome. I really like this figure. He's hard to shoot, which is irony because he is a sniper rifle. Anyway, so here he is in his robot mode. We've got we'll take a look at the accessories here real quick. He does have the extra head right here. No face mask. And then he comes with the face mask. No paint. Little drills and no paint. And I wish personally that they would have made it integrate with the alternate head. I think that would have been cool. But they didn't. Oh well. Now, I will admit, right now, I do not know really anything about Voss. I don't read the comics that much. I read the comics that come with the, come free with the toys. I haven't been keeping up with that either. And it's not because I don't want to, it's just I haven't had time to sit down and read comics. I have a full-time job. And then there's this and the dog, and I just don't have time for comics anymore, which is very unfortunate. I do miss that. Anyway, Anyway, so I don't know anything about Voss, so I have no affection towards him or hatred towards him. I don't know his character. I don't know anything about him aside from he can pull his face off and make people wear it. He's part of the DJD, Decepticon Justice Division, and that he is a sniper rifle. That's it. That's all I know about him. So, I don't know if that's the important parts or not. For all I know, he could be as annoying as Wheelie, or he could be as badass as, like, Beast Wars Dinobot or something. I don't know. All I know is what I see. And what I see is a pretty solid toy. So we're going to talk about the toy, not the character. So this is going to be a review about the toy and has nothing to do with the character that it's based on. Anyway, back to accessories. He's got, come back here, pull this off. And he's got like this pistol. You can plug that into his hand, and it doesn't plug in all the way, as you can see. He's got that gap, but it does plug in decently enough. It is a eyesore to an extent, but yeah, you can wield that. You can also pull this piece here off. He's got this piece here. I'll pull this off too. And this is for, you connect this onto him and he'll connect to Feral Rex. Now, I really hope, because Feral Rex has a very unique set of hands with the square pegs, I really hope that the third parties, maybe Dr. Wu or Renderform or somebody, makes this handle identical to this, but with 5mm port system. That way, my Warbitron and all the TFC combiners can hold it as well. I really hope that somebody does that. I don't know if they will. I doubt Mastermind Creations would. But hopefully other people will. And then he's got this piece here. As you saw, it just plugs into the back here for storage. So it's kind of like that sticking off the top. But you can take this and you can plug this in like that. And now he's got his own sniper rifle. So you can plug that in and then, assume sniper-esque pose if you wanted to, which is pretty cool. I dig that. It's pretty awesome. I won't lie. Alright, so that's it for the accessories. Posability, his head is on a ball joint. So you get the side to side, up, down. There's also a hinge in there, so it actually hinges up and down as well. So you get all of that. This piece here, you can fold this down like this if you don't like it on the back. I actually like that look. I think that looks pretty cool. Again, I don't know about the character, so I don't know if that's typical of him in the comics to have these things over the shoulders, but I like it. I do not like these little swirly things. They're kind of annoying and just get in the way. But the shoulder is on a ball joint, a ball peg that goes into the chest right there. So it gets you the in and out, up and down. Then there's a hinge right here, so you get all sorts of movement there, which is really awesome. There is a bicep swivel, double bend elbow. Hand is on a ball joint, so it goes in and out due to the cut, rotates all the way around. Waist is on a ball joint, so you get the swivel, you get a little bit of an ab crunch and a little side to side. So, he can do a lot with that. Hips are on swivels, universal joints, so in and out, up, down. There is a bicep or thigh swivel. He's so posable, it actually kind of gets in the way of himself, which, that's a good problem to have. He's got this nice full bend at the elbow, or at the knee, like so. He's got a calf swivel. That's more for transformation, but, more power to him. The feet can go back that far, and they can go up that far. He's got Um, this is on hinge too, so you get all sorts of pivots with that. And then this whole assembly is on a rocker. So you could get, this is as far as his hips will go out, but you can get him in poses like that. And because his feet being so wide or so long, he's incredibly stable. I mean, I'm thoroughly impressed with his stability, and just everything you could do with this figure. I mean, you could get any pose you want out of this guy. He is incredibly posable. It's, I mean, come on. How many of your Transformers can do that? Because not many of mine. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Alright, so now let's get into the transformation. And while he's not very complex, he is fiddly. He's got a lot of little fiddly parts and things, clearance kind of things. Not clearance issues, but I don't know. It's funky how it all plays out. But it does work out pretty well. So first thing we want to do is undo the backpack, pull this down, and then you want to swivel this up like so. Swivel this up, and then this will slide in. And that farms the scope of the gun. We'll come back to that in a minute. Just kind of have to get this out of the way. And see, when it's not in place, these things are super loose. But when they're in place, they work perfectly. So, no worries there. Now, I haven't done the transformation very many times. Like I said, it's not that complex. It's just weird. Okay, so rotate the head around. You want to split this section of the abdomen apart, which is a little fun, trying to get your fingers in there. So you want to split that apart. Oh, that came off. We don't want that to come off. Right. Plug that back in. And then the head will rotate down like so. And you'll plug these sections back together. Like so. And then the head will kind of fold in there like so. You want to rotate this piece here around. Some of the instructions say you need to rotate this around, or at least that's the way I understood them. But I don't understand instructions very well, and I've discovered there is no purpose to swiveling this around. As a matter of fact, if you swivel it around, be prepared to get a screwdriver in there and tighten it back up. So fold the arms up, and then these little pieces, you just kind of keep them out of the way, I guess, the best you can, really. You want to rotate the arms around, and this will come down, and there's these ports right here and here, here and here, that the hands will plug into. So just kind of get that going here, like so, just like that. Then you want to take this assembly here, and it rotates. Oh, no. Yeah, this is where things get a little fidgety. You want to rotate the legs so that this part's facing out, and then you rotate the feet back into position. Now here's where things get really interesting. Okay, collapse the waist up like so. Okay. And as you see, I mean, nothing's really holding together, but it will once we get it all together. So spread the legs a little bit, and you want to come down here, and this is on its own armature inside that piece there. So you pull that out, this will come up like so, and there's little tab here and here on the other side. I'm going to plug into those slots there and there. And then there's this little circle tab right here. I'll plug into these holes there and there. So you want to line all that up. So I find it easiest you got to make sure this armature is in the right position. So right here is the right position, but the scope is on the wrong position, so you want to turn that around. So I like to plug it all in on one side before I do that. And then fold these handles down all the way, like so. Then you can take this piece here, and this will just plug in. There's a little slot right there that this tab will plug into. And it's cut to fit in just perfectly. So plug that in, and then you pull this together, and all of this will just plug together like so. Give that a good squeeze, and there you go. Easy breezy. Like I said, it's not hard. It's just odd the way it all folds and twists and turns. Alright, so then you want to split these arms a little bit. And there's a little small notch there, and a larger notch. Larger notch there, a small notch there. On the back of this gun here, we got the small notch up here, larger notch right there. So you just take this, pull this in, and then there's also these two port holes right there and on the other side. And on the biceps here, they're here. So you just line that up, slide that in, and then you can plug the arms in to the sides of the gun like so. Plug the hands back in, and then you just kind of fiddle with those little swirly bits however you want to. And there you have Cynicus, or Voss in Rifleman, and it's really cool. I dig it. I dig this a lot. I think it really. I mean, given the fact that he's just a rifle, it's kind of hard to make it work. But I think they did the best they could. So, like I said, I don't have Feral Rex, so there's I can't plug this into his hands, and I can't chain. I can't just. The Warbotron won't hold it, because it won't undo or won't peg in or whatever. Anyway, pull this out, and then you can take one of these ports, fold that up, and then the other one you can fold straight down, and then collapse back together like so. And then what you can do here, though, is we'll take leader class Jetfire here, because you need a big bot to hold this guy. You take him and pull the feet up a little bit more. So yeah, he's a little heavy for Jetfire to hold, but well enough that you get the point. And then you can take, he's got this extra handle here, take that and try and plug that. Now, it's just not going to work. He would work well with the combiners, not so much of the leader class. So let's get him back into robot mode here. So you pull this piece out, undo the arms, just pull those out, split the legs. Alright. Pull that waist down here, like so. Rotate the legs, and then rotate them back. Flip the handles back in. Straighten out the feet. Rotate the waist or the chest piece around. And I did decide just slap that logo on there just because I thought it'd look cool. Alright. Straighten everything out here. Split the abdomen, and this will fold to the front like so. You can just rotate the head up, get that out of the way. And then you want to, there's little tabs on the waist, there and there. They'll tab into these little slots right here. You just kind of got to fiddle with it till you get it right. And then just plug it together. Then you take this piece here and you want to rotate this around so it's back in there, and this will plug into his back here like so. Then you can pull this out, flip it forward, flip this one forward. Right. And you can take this, and this will tab into the back here, like so, for storage. It's actually got 2 portholes here, so you could actually plug it in up here. But if you do that, then this doesn't fit in very well. So I just do the bottom one with the top, like so. Undo the gun, rotate this like so, and then you just take this and plug it into his back. So he's got that post coming off the top, and give him his gun. And there we have him back in robot mode. And yeah, pretty cool. Transformation, like I said, it's a little fidgety, as you saw. It's not that complicated, honestly. It's not that bad. But it's just lots of little moving pieces, and it's kind of a bear. Is it a deal breaker? No, not at all. So let's do some size comparisons and the final thoughts. Here he is with the Legends class figure. So I don't know how he's supposed to scale. So I'm not going to say here and say he scales well with other figures or not. But there he is with the Legends figure. Here he is with the classic Seeker mold. So you can get kind of an idea where he's at. Here he is with the Legend, or the Leader Jetfire. He's having hard times today. He's having really hard times today. Jesus. There we go. And they look good together. I like that look together. Here he is with the Classics Prime. So that looks good together, I think. Like I said, I have no basis on scale with this guy. So all I can say is I think that looks good. Get him out of the way. And let's grab the iGear Starscream. Just because I can. And since they both have more of an IDW stylization, I think this looks great together. So I like him. So yeah, without knowing anything about the character, just looking at the toy itself, the transformations, it's challenging, just because of the little bits that have to tab in just right. It's not complicated. It's not hard. You just have to be a little patient with it because of these small moving parts. So I recommend, if you buy him, he comes in robot mode. If you don't like the sniper rifle, don't turn him into the sniper rifle. But if you do transform him, just use a little caution, because there are some small little bits. It is Mastermind Creations, though, so if something does break, we all know that they're pretty top-notch on getting it fixed, and also their plastic quality is second to Hasbro, like Takara, not Hasbro, Takara, with like the Masterpiece figures. They use in my opinion, best plastic out there in the third-party world. So I have no qualms about transforming this guy a few times. I'm having fun with him. I like the transformation. Like I said, it's just there's a lot of little moving parts that you just kind of have to be wary of. Overall, I like his look. I really like this purple gray, little bits of gold. I like that look. Amazing posability. Absolutely one of the most posable figures I own. Probably the most posable figure I own at the moment. And I'm loving him. So all in all, I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. My main complaint being I wish he could hold his gun a little closer to his hand. And these little bits here really have no purpose whatsoever, so they just kind of get in the way. Everything else works pretty well, as far as it could go. But yeah, those little bits have no purpose. And once you get them into rifle mode, it all locks in fairly well as long as you're not trying to manhandle them like I was with the Jetfire. He definitely would look pretty nice in one of the bigger combiner hands. But yeah, this video is going on way too long, and I have other things to do, so I guess that's it. My question of the day will be, what are your guys' thoughts on this? Is he necessary, or is he a waste of plastic? I think he was necessary. I like this. I wouldn't mind if we got some more from Mastermind Creations that were original characters. Fans Project tried it with their Steel Core, and it didn't hit home because, quite frankly, we have more than enough Autobots out in the world, and we need more Decepticons. That's my opinion. So this, it's based on IDW, but I honestly would not mind if Mastermind Creations were to make a line of Decepticons in this kind of style. I think that would be a lot of fun. And I'd buy it. At this point, I'd probably buy anything they put out. And I'm eagerly anticipating they're doing Defensor, and they showed teaser pics of Strika, and I just lost my shit when I saw that. I was like, are you kidding me? You guys know I'm a huge Beast War fan, huge Beast Machine fan, and something like that would just kill it for me. I know not everybody feels that way, but I do, and I would just love that to death. And if they did an Obsidian, that's a buy on site for me. I've been trying to get the BotCon one from a few years ago, but the Striker's like so insanely expensive, and and they're good, but the only way to buy them really is in the set, and it's like, do I really want to spend $250 on the set? Is it that important to me? And the answer always comes up, it's like, I could spend that on like 2 pieces of a TFC combiner instead. And it's not like, oh, but you're getting 5 figures. No, I'm getting 2 figures in that deal, because the rest of them are like, whatever. I got the BotCon Thundercracker, and quite frankly, it's like, yeah, he's okay. And by BotCon Thundercracker, I mean the Machine Wars one. And it's like, it's okay, but honestly, it's a movie figure trying to be a classics figure, and that just doesn't work. Okay, we're going on another tangent that we could save for a rant of the week or something. But anyway, there's Cynicus. I like him. I recommend him. They had a very limited release. Very few stores have him. So, if you find them for under 100, I definitely recommend picking them up. Unless you're a huge fan, then you might want to spend more. But I got him on eBay for like $80 with free shipping. So I was pretty stoked. And I have zero buyer remorse on this figure. I absolutely love this figure. This might be my figure of the month. I'm sure there's other figures out there that I like more, but yeah, he's definitely gonna. He's a runner up for my 2015 figure of the year. So be on the lookout. Everyone's got a bot to beat now. He's the first one I'm gonna say he deserves to be in that top 10 list. So we'll see how the rest of the year plays out. But maybe we'll get something better. But anyway, I'm done.